What's up, everybody? I'm Jeremy. You guys are watching Inside the Coils. Thank you so much for all your patience. We were having some audio difficulties, and I'm not tech savvy, as you all know. Matthew was having some issues on his end with the audio. I didn't know how to make things better, so we went to through plans A, B, C, and we settled on D. So we are going to have a good show tonight. Matthew is backstage. I'll bring him out in a minute. But I do want to give you guys a quick little rundown here. This weekend was Hamburg Reptile Expo, or Morgantown. Not sure what the hell they're calling it anymore. But show was decent. Good crowd. Didn't move one animal, so paid for the table. I was happy about that. We've also got clutch number 3, the second clutch of carpets. They're hatched. They're in the rack. Like, they are in there. Like, that's the fullest that rack has ever been. And I'm going to tell you this much right now, guys. Half of that rack is carpets. So clutch 2 and clutch 3 are both in there. Clutch 1's already starting to eat. Clutch 3 needs to go through their shed and all that good stuff. But there is some total stunners in that clutch. That was the clutch that was a split clutch between myself and Chris from S Reptilia. His girl Celeste did an amazing job. And I gotta say, that's a good pairing. I think we might do that again next year as well. So, sadly, I gotta talk to Husbandry Pro about this, but after a clutch hatches, you can't join the wait list for that clutch. So now if you guys want to get on the wait list for any of those babies, because they are going quickly, folks, you're gonna have to message me on Instagram directly, and we'll work through all that. Everything's gonna get fed up, and then I gotta go down through the wait list that I've already got. But if you do want a baby jungle carpet, get on that list because, like I said, they're disappearing fast, guys. Let's go ahead and bring Matthew Marshall out from Ball Brilliance. This man, I don't know if you're following him on Instagram, but this man has some absolutely stunning, gorgeous, just mind-blowing stuff. Some of the stuff I've seen him post on Instagram has absolutely just left me like, I don't even know, speechless I guess is maybe the right way to put it. Between his axanthic stuff, and he did some really killer clown combo stuff this year too. I forget exactly what combo it was, but man, it was totally next level shit, guys. So let's go ahead and bring Matthew out. Let's go through, say hi to everybody, and go through one of our sponsor ads in as well. Matthew, what's up, bro?
How you doing, Jeremy?
Doing good now that we got at least audio. That's the big thing. We've got audio
going on here now, at least.
And this was not rehearsed or anything, folks. This is like TSK minds thinking alike, I think.
Right.
Dude, that girl I got from you, holy shit. She is on medium rats already, and she just does not want to stop. Like, she is a freight train when it comes to food.
Some of her sister is getting ready to go again this year, so she's
okay.
A straight vanilla axanthic het clown. So hopefully I'll have some really cool axanthic vanilla clown combos coming up here.
Ooh. Dude, I hope you do, man. Let's go through, say hi to some people, and then we'll get into this. We got J&S Exotics, James Perry. What's going on, dude? Thanks for tuning in. Sammy, what's up, brother? Thanks for tuning in. Tara, Voodoo Doll Royals, one of our channel members, top tier channel member, might I add. Thank you very much, Tara, for tuning in tonight. And in case anybody didn't know, Tara's baby, number 7, did take its first meal. So, her baby should be ready to rock and roll and leave with her after Warf stock here in July. So, and that's another thing. If anybody wants to come out for Warf stock or make a pilgrimage, as some people do, surprisingly, it surprised me how far people drive for a freaking barbecue. Hit me up on Instagram. Let me know. July 6th. Party starts at 12. If you want to see animals, get here before the party starts, because once the party starts, I'm done. We're not going down in the snake room because I've missed the last 3 basically because I spent the whole thing in the snake room. So if you do want to come out, hang out, it's $10 a person. Kids are free, but $10 per adult just to help pay for some of the costs and all that good stuff. And then what's left is getting donated to US Arc. So that was kind of a nice little extra thing I thought as well to go towards it. So Tara, looking forward to seeing you there, girl. Plus, looking forward to seeing you at Gettysburg as well. Eric Sport Factory, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. M&B Reptiles, what's up, dude? Thanks for tuning in. Good to see you. Sean, what up, my brother? Good to see you, bro. Bill, Victory Lane Exotics, what's up? John, Triforce Morphs, one of the channel sponsors, good friend, John and Christine. I'm assuming this is John because he's so butthurt over the fact that I forgot the first time I have not shoved a yoo-hoo in this man's face. I get all sorts of shit. I'm sorry, John. I'm sorry. You know, you any other time you come up, John, you say, "Yo, I want some freaking yoo-hoo." You didn't even do it, man. You can't be mad at me, bro. You got a mouth. I hear it run all day long. But John, I love you, bro. Next show, I will get you double yoo-hoo. Okay, buddy? I'll get an extra long straw. We'll poke it through both freaking boxes at one shot. But John, good to see you in the chat, bro. Thanks for joining us tonight. More Forge, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. Scott, John's little antagonist as well. What's up, Scott? Thanks for tuning in. Jeremy needs a new watch that gives him the right time. Scott, screw you, buddy. I'm just playing, bro. Good to see you in the chat, Scott. Thanks for tuning in. Blue Zombie, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. Let's see who else we got. Jamie, thanks for tuning in. Good to see you. Nathan, what up, my brother? Another one of the channel sponsors. We aren't patient. Get your shit together, Jeremy. Nathan, you know me, bro. There ain't no such thing as get my shit fully together. I'm kind of on that fly by the seat of my pants, I guess is the right way to put it. Tim, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. Hi, Viz, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. They are going to be on next week's show. So stay tuned for that one, folks. That's going to be a great one. Greg, what up, dude? Thanks for tuning in. Avelio, I feel like I butcher that every time I try to say it. What's up, dude? I know who you are. Forgive me for not being able to pronounce shit very well. It's not my strong point. But, dude, I will be getting a hold of you once all of them are ready to rock and roll. The video, though, everybody, the video for the carpets for Clutch 1 comes out this week. So if you are on that wait list, make a list 1 through whatever of your top pick and go down from there because they will disappear quickly. I will tell you that much. One female I was going to hold back, I do think I'm going to release because I'm keeping an extra one out of the second clutch. So my one holdback female more than likely will be released. So someone maybe you might want baby number 4. Just saying. Tammy, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. Exotic World of Geckos, what's up? Jared Hulse, thanks for tuning in. Good to see you. Instagram says your account can't receive new messages. What the world? What's it mean I can't receive new messages? Oh. I'm not very tech savvy. I haven't said I can't even. Yeah, I don't know. My apologies, Jared. Maybe just comment here in the chat what you're trying to get a hold of me about. Maybe we can get it all worked out over this. But let's see who. All right, I think that catches us up. Oh, we got Fred tuning in. All right, Matthew, we're gonna run a channel sponsor real quick, and we're gonna get the show on the road, brother.
Head on.
Gettysburg Reptile Expo, LLC is located at the All-Star Event Complex in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. It's a 45,000 square foot venue with 125 plus vendors and top quality breeders, along with 270 plus tables. If you're looking for a python, boa, colubrid, gecko, lizard, or amphibian, you've come to the right place. Doesn't matter if you're a breeder looking for that missing piece to your project or a pet owner looking for your next scaly friend, Gettysburg Reptile Expo LLC has you covered. Need an incubator or rack system? They have you covered with sea serpents set up there to meet all your needs. The next show dates are July 20th and November 9th of 2024, March 29th of 2025. Show times are from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. make sure to check them out on their website, Instagram, and Facebook. Mark your calendars because this is one show you don't want to miss. So I'll see you at Gettysburg Reptile Expo, LLC.
All right. Thank you very much, Gettysburg Reptile Expo, LLC, for sponsoring and also letting me be a sponsor of their show. And the show's coming up real quick, guys. Real quick. I will see you guys there, hopefully. Phil, you are not late for for the first time in, like, I don't know, a month. I was late though to my own show. I was late. I'm not gonna lie. On time, but late. But hey, what are you gonna do? Jared, all right, try messaging me on Facebook. Try Facebook Messenger once. See if that'll work. And I'll get you my address and stuff. So, Matthew, tell us a little, just, we don't need to know. I feel as though everybody's kind of got that whole dinosaur sparked by interest or this or that, but tell us a little bit about yourself as to what got you wanting to breed and all that good stuff.
Well, I mean, ever since I was a little kid, I've always been into snakes and spiders and turtles and stuff like that. And, it just kind of evolved. I got my first ball python when I was 11 years old back in 1989, wild caught, tick infested thing, I've always been fascinated by them. And then, I started watching YouTube videos, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is a thing. This is a really cool thing that people are doing, with the morphs and just the breeding. And I decided to give it a whirl. And that was like 2018, something like that. Yeah, it was 2018. And I started buying some females and doing some pairings, and I just loved it, and it just grew. And now I'm to the point where I'm really feel like I'm making some really cool stuff, and it's exciting, and that's kind of the background of it. I've always had an affinity towards reptiles.
Okay. Now, because I was kind of curious, where did you come up with your business name though? Because that that was like, it's simple to the point, but it's good. It's like it
appreciate that.
Sticks in your head.
Well, it was just something, me and my wife kind of started this, back then, and we just hashed it out, and she came up with the logo with the
shit, okay,
stuff like that. I was like, well, it kind of like works, and it just kind of stuck, and it was simple, like you said, simple and to the point. It's not like, we had other names we were going to do with it, but it just stuck,
Now, was it your pick or was it her pick?
She came up with it, to be honest.
Okay.
She really did come up with it, and I kind of ran with the whole breeding schemes and stuff, and like what animals we wanted to work with and that kind of thing. And, what really got me into it was the TSK line of axanthic. And, it was like looking at JD Constriction, his beautiful axanthics, and it was just like, wow. Like, there's something about that striking black and white snake. It was just like amazing, I was like, back when I was a kid, there was normals. And then, I worked in a pet store in college, and there was albinos, but they were like, $25,000 or something like that. And then it's like all of a sudden, like overnight, there's all these morphs, and it's like just really cool. And then I love clown too, and okay. I wanted to combine the two. Axanthic clown was really what was my first project that I wanted to like make.
Okay.
So
now how long have you been actually like breeding, as far as with, how do I want to put it, with the vision of going somewhere with it?
It was probably the following year, 2019. I started investing into some really, really expensive animals, what I considered expensive animals. And, just new ideas about it, I really wanted to make an axanthic Batman. That was like when Kabilka came out with Batman, and then I saw axanthic Clown, and I was like, man, that's what I really want to make, And last year I actually hit it, so it was like
I was gonna say that dude. All right, this is funny because this is one reason why I was excited to get you on here, because your direction and how you're going with things, it's like we were on the same brainwave. Because when I saw the Batman, I thought that sucker with the axanthic color would be out of this world, just like out of this world. And then when you hit it, I'll never I remember seeing that post. I just thought, son of a bitch, that thing looks better than what I even expected it to look.
And the pictures don't do it justice, of course.
Oh no.
You got the iridescence and just like the glowing of them, when you get them in the natural, and it's like it's breathtaking.
Because didn't you correct me? Didn't you hit two of them? I thought you hit a pastel and a non-pastel.
Pastel too, and a pastel spot nose.
Okay.
And a spot nose, and that clutch was like the best clutch I ever got. It was an amazing clutch. I mean, the odds were like winning the lottery. I mean,
dude, I believe that.
it, 6 axanthic clowns out of 12 eggs, and the odds, 1/4 to hit the axanthic clown, and then you hit the Batman and all these other combos on top of it, and you do the math, and it's like this mind-boggling. It's like sometimes you get lucky. That was it.
And see, that's like this year. Actually, this I'm looking right now at the incubator because I have my axanthic clown clutch. It's like 10 days away from hatching. And last year I missed so bad, because it's double het to double het, and I did the repeat pairing, figuring maybe, all right, I got the really bad odds. I didn't even hit a visual axanthic, didn't hit a visual clown. Everything had spider in it, so it was like the odds gods totally just said, "Screw you, Jeremy, not happening."
Odds were just as good as mine, if you think about it, your odds of hitting those combos were just as, except in the opposite way. They were just as
So this year I did a repeat pairing of it.
10 days, you're gonna be crossing your fingers.
Oh, dude. Well, see that was all right. See, that was after that kick in the nuts last season, and then figuring, all right, maybe I'll get lucky this season. But when I got a hold of you and bought that pair off of you earlier this year, I knew no matter what, I am getting that axanthic clown one way or the other for next season. I will hit that sucker if it kills me.
That vanilla in there with the leopard, I think it's very underrated, vanilla and axanthic.
I agree with you, dude. You know what? All right, here's the screwy thing though. I still haven't gotten him to eat yet.
Oh man, I'm sorry,
dude. It's not your I don't know what his issue. He just kind of chills and just, I don't know. I'm gonna take him for a car ride and see if that doesn't switch his brain or something. I mean it, but dude,
he's definitely a mature male by now, so he's probably got pairing on his mind, and that's probably why.
I thought that. And I put him in with a female, and they didn't do anything. So I thought, okay, well, we'll put you back in your own tub, let you kind of, do your thing. I gave him a bath. Yeah, he just doesn't have anything on his mind. But your girl,
beast, huh?
She actually just shed too.
Oh, man. She could I think she might have vanilla in her. She is awful bright for just a straight up pastel.
This is just the leopard.
Oh, that's the leopard. Okay.
Yeah, this is just the leopard axanthic het clown girl.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting mixed up here. Yes.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, that one doesn't have vanilla for sure. Yeah, but just the leopard in itself is they just glow. Yeah, with that TSK in it.
Dude, she is by far one of my favorite snakes in this whole collection now, as far as the balls go.
That was the first set of twins that I hit. We're two leopard females, two leopard axanthic het clown females, and that was epic.
Nathan making his jabs. Nathan. Yeah, see, I don't know what it is. When I get animals that are established from other people, I have a hard time getting them to start taking food.
Yeah.
I bang my head against the wall every time I get an adult or all but an adult from Nathan because it takes me forever to get them onto freaking food.
Yeah. I mean, I think, they get used to their surroundings and
yep.
their habits, stuff, the temperature, and even though they're in a room, the environment's different.
Yep.
And they know, like I pretty well keep it pretty well blacked out in my snake room, but they know when it's night.
Yeah. No, and that's because I've run a lot of the clear and the semi-clear tubs. I got to think, it's like, all right, well, most people run the gray tub. So I have some gray tubs. So I put them in a gray tub and I've moved them in different spots in the rack, trying just to find that one spot. I was like, okay, maybe this temperature will spark.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm the car ride's next. I actually did dose him twice with Da Vinci Boa as well, thinking everybody always says Da Vinci Boa. I thought, all right, we'll give it a shot. And Da Vinci didn't even do it yet.
I've had it work sometimes. Sometimes, they don't care. They're on their schedule, and
yeah.
Let's see here. What's up, dude? Thanks for tuning in. We know Nathan. He has to send them back to real breeders. Get them to eat.
Oh, Will, you're funny. No, dude, I got this one pied from a guy. Could not get this sucker to eat. Got its sibling, or it was a pair of pies. Got one to eat. Couldn't get this female to eat at all. And I was banging my head against the wall. And I talked to Nathan, and I finally gotten her to eat mice. She wouldn't eat rats though. And Nathan was getting rid of a pastel pie. I was like, dude, dumb question. I was like, I was being a smart ass too at the same time. I was like, I'll trade you this pie that only wants to eat mice for that pastel pie. He goes, okay. So he actually traded me this freaking snake. And he calls me up the next week. He goes, hey, just so you know, I got it to eat a rat right away. I'm like, you gotta be freaking kidding me, man.
Murphy law there,
It's so, you know what, Nathan, you might have just volunteered yourself to get this boy onto food because I need him up and running for next season. But yeah, dude, absolutely stunning freaking pair though from you. I produced 3 Bruce Waynes this year though that are double het axanthic clown. 1 male, 2 females. So that was the other reason for getting the pairs that now I'm set up to really go after that axanthic Batman in next year and in the next couple of years.
For sure.
Now,
good.
How big's your collection roughly?
I got I got a pretty small collection actually. I've got about 20 females that are mature. I've got an ARS 70 series rack, and then
okay.
I've 40 by 40. There's 40 tubs, and then I have hatchling hold back racks. So I don't really have, if I get 15 clutches this year, I'm going to be ecstatic. You know.
Oh wow, oh, dude!
Really,
I'm not gonna lie, I thought you had more stuff than that.
oh no, it's a very small room, and I try to keep it that way because I don't want to produce too many animals. I just want to produce really cool, you know? And not to say that I wouldn't expand or anything like that because I have room. I thought about getting another 20. You know, I would get a Freedom Breeder 70 series rack.
Okay.
And, you know, maybe have double that with females in there. But you know, I really don't want to get any bigger than that. You know, if I continue on with the way it's going, you know, I don't really need to like expand that much. I don't want, you know, no offense to anybody breeding big, you know, but I don't want that many animals. You know,
Yeah.
I don't raise rats yet. I've thought about it a lot because they're expensive.
What's the average price for a rat where you're at?
You know, I mostly feed frozen thawed.
Okay.
So it's like, you know, I get them for like, they're like $3, $3.50 for a medium, you know, frozen rat, you know, $2.50, something like that. You know, I order them from the Midwest and they
Okay.
to California. So, but at the pet store, they're like $10 for like a medium.
Man,
Right?
I thought our live fought stuff at the pet stores because, like, for my babies and hatchlings, I always just run to the pet store, just get live feeders just to get them started.
Oh yeah.
But then for like the adults, I've got Chris there from S Reptilia. I've got another rat guy that I just go to get frozen thawed from them.
And that's very convenient. But where I live, I mean, it's rural. You know, I'd have to drive like down to the Bay Area, like near San Francisco, to get live rats. You know, in bulk.
Oh,
and that's like 5 hours from me. You know, so it's like it's not really economically viable. But you know, I might go down there and get a rat colony and start raising because I have like a garage where I could do that.
Oh, see that, and that see, if you've got the place to do it, and I am a hypocrite for saying this, but if you've got the room to do it and if you have the time to do it, it makes sense to do it.
Oh yeah,
I've got a shed, I just don't have the time.
Right. Totally understand. You know, sometimes I have the time and sometimes I don't. You know, I just trying to juggle things I do. You know, and because I'm doing tarantulas too. And
oh really?
Oh yeah, I love them.
I'll do that. Oh man, my wife would kill me if I told her, "Hey, hon, I'm getting a tarantula. I'm going to breed them." Dude, I would be out. I would be homeless very rapidly. Yeah, I had no idea.
You know,
so now, how long have you been doing the tarantula thing, though?
A couple years now. I bought a bunch of babies and raised them up, and you know, I do breeding loans and stuff like that. And I mainly have been wholesaling baby, like the Poecilotheria ornamental tarantulas from like and stuff like that. They're cool. They're gnarly. You know, there's something that about them that they're just striking. You know, I mean, I don't know if you're talking about, but
I know nothing about tarantulas, but I was gonna say, Nathan, you might want to get Sharon in here, dude, because I know Nathan's wife Sharon loves tarantulas. Yep, see, he's already goes. What's species? Yep. I say I knew Nathan would be on top of that because his wife loves the tarantulas.
They're fun, you know. And you can put a bunch of them in a small space, you know. And I don't really have that much room in my room for expansion too much. You know, I've got another spot for, you know, like I said, the 2070 series rack, which I think I'm going to do that, but all in due time, you know. Hopefully later on this summer I can, you know, get that together and, you know.
Well, I know with the stuff that you're producing, I don't know how you've kept it so small because I would be keeping it all.
It's hard.
You're a better man than me.
I've let go a lot of snakes that I would be like, damn, I should have kept that thing, you know. And paired that baby, I would be like doing a lot better now, but oh well, somebody chance, and we're all in this together as far as I'm concerned. I'm not trying to hoard them, I would love to like expand it, but I want to keep it manageable, I want best care and know the animal, knowing your animals is very important, I think,
I agree.
because you get, and then like I can keep track of them. It's easy for me to keep track of them in my head. I don't have to use technology, which I'm not the best at. We
could get you hooked up with Husbandry Pro, though. Not doing a promo spiel here, everybody. But dude, Husbandry Pro.
I think it's a great tool. I think all of them are clutch, and I'm not, they're all very similar, and I think like a good idea. Because it's like, just keeping up on the weights and like when they ate last and just, all the information, the pairings and stuff like, like you were talking about at shows, you can just have your clip.
You scan the QR code there and
exactly.
Man, that saved my ass so many times on yesterday.
You don't have to spiel, the snake, spiels itself. Then it's like the people can read about it, and that's great.
Phil says here about the axanthic Batman being called the Penguin. See, Phil, I thought that would have made a good sense because I think the Batman, the banana Batman, I thought was the Joker. So I thought the axanthic should have been the Penguin. But I think didn't John name it the Arkham Knight, which I thought was an even better name.
What
was that?
The Arkham Knight or Arkham something like that. Yeah, I remember him showing me that. That was cool. But his was a fire Batman.
Oh, his had fire in it.
Yeah, it was. I'm sure he still got it. I hope he does.
As you say, if he would, man, some of that stuff he's got, I don't
know.
Again, I don't know how he gets rid of any of it. I hit an axanthic anything, and you basically have to pry it out of my hands.
I wonder if he still got the Stormtrooper. I haven't seen any pictures about her lately, or
he does. I think he made, as funny as it sounds, I think he was going to make her an OnlyFans, and the only way you would be able to get babies from that clutch is if you were part of the OnlyFans. That's the only way you got any updates on this snake at all. Because I had him on. Oh God! All right, now you're gonna make me think now on this. It was I think he was on my first year, and he was telling me about it. He was going to create an OnlyFans for her, and that was going to be how you got a clutch or any babies from the clutch.
Huh. That's interesting, but it
was a neat concept.
Produced, like that. It takes into account, that they just did the shed testing for the TSK and the black axanthic are the same morph.
Yep.
And, I think that correlation is shown with that animal.
Yes.
There's something going on that made it turn that, I'm not sure what the pairing was that produced that snake, but it definitely shows,
And it's funny that you segued right into the black axanthic thing, because that was one of my topics for tonight. I tell you what, man.
It's important. Oh, I think it's important that
oh, hell yeah, dude. Like, I think how do I want to put it? With all the different axanthic lines, it's nice to find out that some of these lines that are branched off are part of the original lines. It's just that someone didn't know it was het for that, and someone bought something else that had that same het, and it popped up.
Yeah, I mean, this was like 15, 20 years ago. Folks were like getting these in from Africa and figuring this out, and how else would they know? And
yeah,
that's wild. But this new genetic mapping is really, really impressive.
Oh, dude, it's changing a lot of stuff. I do wish that they would hold off on releasing or saying about some of the stuff until they have definites.
Oh yeah,
I feel there's a little bit of premature spillage of info without being like, okay, we are certain that this is how this works or that this is where that is. And I think that it's Dan, because like I go back to how DG was, and right. That DG A, B, C, or however A through Z, however they had it, like
it was confusing.
It was confusing. Personally, I think that is what sunk the DG market right then and there. That was, and then just to come to find out that it's works the way that everybody thought it worked anyway.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah, and like all that, people jumping ship, the sky is falling, DG prices plummeted, it seemed like overnight, and now here we are. It's like it works the way we all thought it did. It was just a little bit of a whoopsie.
But the hype is what like drives the market, like, in a lot of ways, and I understand that, even though I don't necessarily agree with that, it dropped the value of a lot of, like, especially like the Desert Ghost Clown stuff. And I definitely noticed that, all of a sudden it was like they weren't moving, and the prices went way down.
Yeah.
And that's the nature of it. There's not really much control. I don't necessarily blame, the testing for that, but it probably had something to do with it.
Oh, I'm sure it did. Now, back to the axanthic, black axanthic thing. What's your thoughts on? Does that help? All right, because black axanthic had the higher price point,
right?
Because everybody thought it was new, unique, not many people in it. Does that bring black axanthic down, or does that bring TSK up? And now, does everybody saying black axanthic is best? Does that mean that TSK is now the best?
I mean, I always thought TSK best. I mean, I love VPI. I love them all. They're all beautiful. I mean, no offense to anybody in any of these, projects. And, but, it didn't get, I don't think it gets the recognition that it should,
in
my opinion. And, black axanthic is like, those are cool and all, but they don't look much different. There might be darker, but I've seen a lot of dark TSKs. I had a woman at a show, and I should have tried to pry it out of her freaking hands, because she was showing me this animal as a pastel dark phase TSK, and she was looking at stuff on the table. I should have just threw everything at her on the table and be like, you take all this, just give me that. Just give me that one animal right there. Take it all. I should have done it. But right. I mean, the thing, like, she was just like, yeah, I've never seen it before. Like, I've never heard of anything. Like, every time it sheds, it just gets darker and darker. I'm there thinking, it's like, son of a bitch, I know what she's got. It's like, and I think she's planning on breeding it. So luckily, she does keep going to the local show. So if she does breed it, I'm going to try to get one of them babies. And I really find it interesting that a lot of the pastel axanthics are the ones that are like that.
Yes.
I've noticed that just pictures and just, looking at these animals and like, oh, well, that one has pastel in it and it's got that dark phase. And I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not, but I find it very easily could have an influence. Can you hold on just for a second? My phone's starting to die.
No, go ahead, dude. Go ahead. I'll run a sponsor thing here real quick.
Make sure you check out Nathan at Infinite Possible Pythons. He is your guy to go to if you want to get into the Bang project. On top of it, he's working a bunch of awesome ball python projects. Kahua geckos, Leachianus geckos, crested geckos, some scaleless corn snakes, and he is your one-stop shop for all your branding needs. So check him out. Make sure you check out Chris at S Reptilia. If you're looking for a ball python, boa, colubrid, blood python, he is the guy to go to. He's also a rat breeder on the eastern side of PA, and he is Pennsylvania's distributor of Cocoa to Go and the Chipper, which is by far the best cocoa substrate on the market today. So make sure you go ahead and check him out.
Will says he still thinks black axanthic is dark face TSK, but here's the thing, Will, and this was from JD himself. There's been no way to
it's kind of luck of the draw from how I understand with how the dark phase pops up. Like, I don't think if you breed dark phase to dark phase, you're not going to get dark phase. I think it's just random luck of the freaking draw.
Seems that way. Just from what I've seen, I've got a couple of pastel like axanthic double head clown hypos.
Okay.
And they're starting to really like get that dark back starting to come out on them. And they're going this year.
Oh.
So we'll see what they do. They're small girls, but you know, they started building follicles and bull wrapping, so I paired them. And about 1,500 grams.
That's not bad. That bad. Then.
No, maybe 1,400, but they wanted to go. You know, I can tell that when they want to go, and so we'll see what they do as they get older. But it's that they've got a real distinct like dorsal stripe where the belly meets the midsection on them, you know, and the ribs.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've got a couple other pastels that they don't have that. They're starting to get this modeling going on their shoulders, you know, I guess loins, I guess you'd call it.
I knew what you meant.
But yeah, those are going to be interesting.
Now, this is something, and maybe, I don't know if you've noticed it. I know we did talk about it just when we were messaging back and forth and stuff. Like, and I'm going to, John, Nathan, you guys, because I know you're going to chime in. So, John, Nathan, you guys just shut up. But have you, like, with the yellow hue, glow, whatever you want to call it, I call it like the glow, because it's kind of like they get that yellow glow going on to them sometimes.
For sure.
And it baffled me. It baffled a bunch of my buddies, John and Nathan, both. They both gave me a whole bunch of shit for it because it kind of goes against everything axanthic does, because it should have no yellow, but yet here's these animals. Like, I've got a couple of them that get this yellow glow. But as they shed, I'm also noticing that yellow glow, every time they shed, it gets a little bit grayer. It's not like it's yellow. It's just that gray coming in really slow.
I've definitely noticed that in a few. I think it's random too. I think it's random, just like the blackening.
Okay.
You know? 'Cause some of them get it and some of them don't. And like, you know, it's definitely something genetic in them. You know, it doesn't mean that they're a lower quality, because like you said, in the long run, they actually get better. You know, and it seems like with me, like it's the pastels. You know, it's like they'll be dirty, kind of a dirty pastel, like as they're like sub-adult, and then as they get like into their adulthood, they almost get this like rejuvenation.
Okay.
Where they're more striking, you know, as they get older. But that's just my experience, you know, with my animals. You know, there's good quality ones and there's not such good quality ones of all the lines, you know.
Yeah.
But
because what baffled, John was one that sent me kind of into I don't want to say a complex over it, because like, and we call it, the funny haha of it is that we call it the John Diss, because he was busting my balls so bad about it, and the jaundice and the yellow, and yeah. So yes, my jaundice axanthic. Because I have a really nice line of pastel that I thought, okay, as an adult, it makes the adults very yellow. Because I have a pastel double head. Thing looks fantastic. It's probably one of the best looking pastels I've ever seen. And I thought getting that into the axanthic would be like a key thing. Right. And then we're noticing the glow thing. I'm there thinking, it's like, son of a bitch. It's like the pastel line might be too strong, and it's like coming through somehow. So that's why I messaged you about it, because it's just like it was kind of like, is there something going on? Do I need to switch pastel lines? Like, I was kind of half in a panic. And
I've heard of the citrus pastel. I'm not
yeah,
sure what that is. If there's a difference, if there's a real difference between citrus pastel and pastel, if they're compatible, I don't know. But I've just heard of that those are like the super yellow ones,
yeah.
But like I just that turns white, like practically like in a good TSK line, and like the Desert Ghost axanthics.
Ooh.
Some of the coolest ones I've seen have been pastels.
Yes.
They're just like striking, like contrast is just amazing. And
But
I'm working with that. I really want to produce one of those someday.
I said next year I have a shot at DG Axanthics.
Nice.
I held it back a 1.2 from last year, and the one girl, she just, I mean, I can pull her out for it. She's like grown like crazy.
Man, yeah. How old is she?
She's going on 2.
Well, she's almost 1,200 grams.
I think she's beyond that now. I'd have to weigh her again, but
1,400.
When she hatched, her and her sister looks even better.
Uh-huh.
But they both looked visual DG. I can get her sister quick. But like the oranges, here's her sister.
Oh yeah, she's clean. She's not one of those like pixelated like pastels. It's
No, they are clean.
That'll come out really, really cool, I think.
But these two are sisters, and then I've got their brother in the other rack, and he's ready to rock and roll. So I just need the girls to get their butts in gear, and I think the one will go next year.
Cool.
So I might be able to hook you up with one.
Well, I got some hypos that are double heads.
Ooh, damn.
And I decided I was just going to go with that. I was like going to go for the triple recessive.
Dude, that's nice.
Nice, and I did a hypo double het to a hypo double het last year, and I missed. I got one that I think is a visual Desert Ghost hypo.
Okay.
But it's 66%. So I'm waiting for it to shed, so I can get the shed test. And
yeah.
But I'm just hoping for the best, the luck of the.
That would be badass if you hit it, dude. Now, what all directions are you like? Since you've already hit your Axanthic Batman, where are you going next with all your Axanthic stuff?
Well, I'm gonna take my Mojave Kraken, and I'm gonna put it to a Axanthic Clown, so I can put some more genes into the Axanthic Clown project.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna put DG into it too. So I'm gonna like I paired my pastel Axanthic het clown het hypo with my Desert Ghost clown het hypo. So hopefully I'll get a Ghost Clown double het Axanthic Desert Ghost and play it from there. I'm just kind of long term,
Yeah.
Hopefully someday I'll hit the quad het True Ghost Desert Ghost Clown.
Dude, that's
my ultimate
nuts
right now. That's really where I want to head towards.
Okay.
It's a long-term goal. It's going to take years, but I've got time.
I was going to say, that's the thing though. Like, I think that's where a lot of people like that are just getting in or even have been in for a short time, they set the short-term goals, they hit it, and then they're like, well, now what?
Right.
I'm like you, where it's like, all right, I've got goal A, and then I've got B, and then it's like it just keeps stockpiling after that, and then I've got the end goal never really truly ends. I just keep, it's like, all right, I made this, I'm gonna make it better now, and I just keep striving to make all of that better and step it up and keep trying to stay ahead.
Fun. I mean, that's the joy of it, you know. I mean, the inspiration, you know.
Yeah.
I want to keep doodling, you know, because it's like they say, it's living art, you know.
It is
DNA art, you know, and where do you stop? You just stop at this. I mean, you know, you can't make it viable on top of it, you know, because we have to be able to sell our snakes, you know, and inspire people in projects and develop, because there's a business aspect to it too, not just you know, our love of the animals, you know. I mean, I'd love to just be able to have the snakes and not have to like think about like what directions to go to, but you know, that's part of it too. That's what keeps people in this, you know.
Yeah. And plus you got to worry about the business side, because I mean, let's face it, 20 animals that you have that are breeding, that's a decent feed bill in itself. So it's nice to, you know, be able to offset that feeding cost too.
Oh, you got to.
You've got to keep that in mind too.
Like be shelling out money, you know, like, you know, it's got to, you know, pay for itself.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, it's just all part of the game.
Now, I do want to ask, and if you don't, that's fine. Do you mind showing off some stuff? Like, do you like that? I'd love to see that freaking Mojave Kraken.
Well, I'll bring them out. My room's a little bit like in cleaning mode right now. I just need to sweep it up and stuff like that, you know. But you know, I'm not gonna like do it like right now. But I'll bring them out.
Yeah, no, that's cool, dude. If you don't mind doing that, man, I know I'd love to see some stuff.
Is to bring out my favorite one, and that's the Mojave Hurricraken.
The Mojave Hurricraken.
The Hurricraken.
I love it. I love it.
That's his son. So
okay.
The Mojave Kraken really is, you know, I recognized the animal when I bought it, and it was mislabeled on Morph Market, and I was like, is this the Mojave Kraken? And they're like, Canova was like, yeah, man, this is it. And I'm like, oh, well, it does have Wookiee in it, because they said it didn't have Wookiee in it. But anyway, give me 1 minute.
All right, you're good, dude. Take your time. Go.
I'll be right back.
All right. All right. While he does that, I'll run another channel sponsor, and we'll chit chat here a little bit, guys. Let's see here. Here we go.
Can't find that missing piece of your breeding project? Hit up Triforce Morphs. They've been in the industry for 10 years and counting. They're working heavily with clown pieds, hypo clowns, hypopides, along with lace, citron, and the Matter project. Can't let out the fact that they have crested geckos as well. Trust, respect, and integrity. That's the Triforce way. Are you ready to take it to the next level? Then check out DTMG Pythons. Danny is best known for his awesome clown ball python projects. This year's focus is Confusion, Hurricane, and Disco Inferno clowns. He also specializes in high-end crested gecko morphs such as axanthic, lily white, and axanthic lily whites, along with the Deadpool line of gargoyle geckos. Check out his Morph Market and Instagram, DTMG Pythons. Just buy it.
All right, Matthew's back. I'll blow him up so that way we can see.
Let's see, there he is.
Dude, that is freaking nuts.
His golds are just like, it's like, it reminds me of like gold and like quartz. That's how they like find the gold, like in California.
Okay.
It reminds me of that.
Like,
I know not the best to like capture these things, but
dude, I think he's coming through. I mean, I've seen pictures of him, so I mean, he looks pretty damn good on camera too.
I'm glad. But
Dude,
yeah,
that is freaking nuts looking though.
and he's a pig too.
Now, what was your what was your thought when you hit that? Like, did you just basically like, oh, holy crap, this is real?
Yeah, I didn't even know what it was. I'm just guessing that that's what it is. That it's a Mojave Kraken. You know, the black pastel, Wookiee, yellow belly, GHI, Mojave plus Hurricane. That's what I guess that it is.
Okay. Matt said it was or asked, is he the one that called it that in your Instagram post?
No, somebody else called it that. I don't know who it was. They were like, that looks like a Hurricane. And I'm like, that's awesome.
I like it.
It wasn't me that came up with that. It was somebody, I can't remember who it was.
Okay. It might have been Matt, maybe, here from the Ball Python Project. It sounds like he must have commented on it. So.
Oh yeah. And I appreciate that a bunch.
He just fact checked himself. He said it was him. Dude, that thing is nuts, man. Like, I can't imagine seeing that in an egg.
Oh, he's a nice snake. You know, a lot of them are. I got a bunch of snappers right now that just like
really
lash out at you, man. You go try to put your hand in there. You better watch it. You better pull out the tub real carefully because they'll snap at you. But this guy's super chill,
dude. I don't even think I've had a single hatchling yet, Ball Python wise, act like that. Like, everybody else has these snappy babies, and I have like these puppy dogs. Now the baby carpets, some of them they get a little feisty for a little bit, but even most of those are calm now. It's kind of like, okay, well, I guess I shouldn't complain.
And I noticed that it's clutch by clutch. Like some clutches will be super chill. They're real shy. And then some clutches are just like, I'm gonna nail you, dude.
I'm gonna light your ass up.
The Ghost Clown Hypo Desert Ghost clutch that I produced, all of them want to get you. And it's just
wonder if it's got something to do with like certain genetics in the mix or something.
You know, I've heard that the people talk about like confusion being snappy.
Yeah, puzzles.
Yeah, I don't have any, you know, experience with either one of those, but that's just what I remember hearing, you know. But it makes it interesting.
Oh, I'm sure, man. I'm sure. What are some of the projects that you want to get into, like adding into your Axanthic and everything?
Desert
like that you don't already have.
Just more genes, really. You know, more codoms. You know, the recessives out there, like Puzzle's cool. You know, I'm not really into it. You know, I don't think I would really want to put Sunset into it.
Oh no,
you
know, I don't think that would complement at all.
But we don't know. We don't
That's
know.
True.
I've never seen one before. You know, that people have put Desert Ghost into it, and that's pretty cool. Monsoon
would look neat. See, that's one thing I thought. That's the only saving grace with Monsoon would be Axanthic would be really cool with it.
Cool. But we'll see. You know, I don't know exactly right off the top of my head what else I would put in besides, you know, because I really like recessives.
Okay.
I like term, you know, putting that stuff in there, you know, over time and doing that. But recessive wise, you know, Desert Ghost, Hypo, and Clown, there's still so much to be done with that in Axanthic.
Oh my God, yeah.
I could be working for 10 years and I still wouldn't be able to, like, you know, really cover the bases, you know?
Well, I just sit back and I think it's like color is overrated in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think everybody's out chasing all these crazy colors. It's like, you know what? It's like, to me, nothing like makes me more excited than seeing that black and white animal. Like the goofy, like the crazy patterns. Yes, that's awesome. But get rid of all that color. Just make it black and white.
And, you know, that's what I love about clown, because you get all these crazy patterns and colors, you know, but
Yep.
for me, the end goal is like putting it into a xanthic, you know, and I'm just kind of experimenting, you know, when I got the Mojave Kraken, you know, I just kind of experimented. I was like, well, you know, I made all the Batman stuff, you know, and I can't really, like, everybody's kind of doing it now, you know, and that's cool. Oh, don't get me wrong, but it's like I got to switch up the game a little bit. I got to make something different, you know.
Yep. You got to stay ahead of it.
Yeah, you know, and GHI, and, you know, not so much Mojave, but, like, you know, Black Pastel, of course, and Yellow Belly, and, you know, all those. They just add so much to that clown pattern and the color and stuff like that. But you know, getting axanthic into that, and then Desert Ghost. I mean,
Yep.
that's gonna be the shit.
The one thing I'm excited for, and I'm working towards it, and it sounds stupid because it's so simple, but like the GHI Mojave Axanthics, or even the GHI Mojave True Ghosts, Axanthic Super Asphalt, stuff like that. Like that's things like little projects I'm working with on the side on top of my other main Axanthic projects. But like I saw like the Axanthic, I forget who it was that hit. It was the TSK Freeway.
Wow.
And thing was freaking like it dropped my jaw. And then the same people hit the TSK GHI Mojave. And I was just like, holy crap. Like I expected it to look good.
But
not like that.
Yeah.
So
untapped, you know, and you don't even really see that in VPI. You know,
no.
I haven't seen that. I'm just imagining it. I haven't seen the pictures of them, you know, but there's still a lot to do with that. And that's inspiring, you know, for sure.
So, and the one recessive that's on my radar to add into it is Tri-Stripe, though.
A lot of people love it, you know, or G-Stripe, you know.
Yeah. I haven't looked at the G-Stripe stuff as much, but the Tri-Stripe stuff, because I forget who had it or who had some on up for grabs on Morph Market. But the contrast was just mind-blowing. Like, I'm not like, I've seen Tri-Stripe like, meh, okay, whatever, you know. And then I saw the Axanthic version, and I was like, holy crap. So the next time I was at a show, and my one buddy, his big thing is Tri-Stripe. I walked over to him and was like, dude, I was like, I'm gonna have to get some Tri-Stripe soon. He just goes, I got you, bro. I got you. It's like, yes.
Yeah. I mean, you know, respect to all of them, you know, from me, you know, I mean, I don't know what it would do. Like if you put like mixed other genes, like with spot nose and stuff like that into it, what it would do. Or you only know. I mean, it's all an experiment, you know. At the end of the day,
oh, it is.
And I mean, people are going to find out, you know, what it does. But just those two genes, just axanthic and Tri-Stripe, that's amazing, you know.
Yeah.
But the True Ghost stuff, you know, I saw, I forget, I think it was Canova that did some black axanthic hypo stuff. And it's like those are the first True Ghosts like combos that I've seen in a long time that are new.
Yeah.
I mean, I made some vanilla ones, the vanilla True Ghosts, and those are just amazing, and they almost look like, axanthic desert ghosts, because they're so like just muted and contrasty, but I'd like more genes.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, you're good. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I just like to get some more genes into the True Ghost project, and like spot nose, leopard, the real dark ones, black pastel, of course yellow belly, it wouldn't hurt, Wookie would be badass in that too.
Blackhead, my friend, blackhead.
Ooh, a friend of mine has a hypo blackhead at TSK, and I've been trying to buy it off of her.
Oh, all right. I hate being a show and tell kind of guy here, but I want you to look. This animal made me. Now he's going into shed, sadly. But I got this from John and Christina Triforce. But I saw this animal. And Zeus's Serpent says, Matt knows I'm working with some TS and GS stuff. So thanks for tuning in, Zeus's Serpents.
Oh, yes. I'm familiar with back. Ooh.
Imagine I saw this on their table. And they're good friends. But I saw this, and it's like my brain automatically kicked it into gear and made everything axanthic tone.
Oh, yeah. That's beautiful.
And I was like, that's going to be one of the most coolest animals ever. I mean, just those blacks. Like, my brain kicked it into gear, and it's just like, yeah. Blackhead stuff right there, buddy.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Blackhead is that.
Chris, come on, brother, you gotta stop being so mean. Chris says you mean the better line of TSK Black Axanthic. Chris, I tell you what, man, these guys, they love to bust my balls so hard about the TSK shit, so hard. But I love them all.
Right.
Matt here says Blackhead and the Blackhead and Enchi is incredible when hypo is added. Wonder how those tense oranges will translate with Axanthic. I mean, it should make some pretty freaking whites.
That would be pretty badass for sure.
I've got an OD Axanthic Het Clown Girl growing up. Now, granted, I mean, it's not like high OD or anything, but she looks pretty freaking fantastic. I would imagine that would look damn good, Matt.
Oh, for sure.
Chris says you're lucky it's the same now, so it brought value back to TSK. Chris, you're such a jerk. Oh man. All right, well, come on, somebody with TSK super chat that shit. Show some love. Thanks, Creative Genetics, for the $2 super chat. I love you. I love all of you guys. Appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Make sure you guys do please hit that like button. Also, make sure you're subscribed. Let's see here. Matt also said, I just remembered what Renee Snake Maryland you used to. What the heck are you typing there, Matt? Matt, I think you were drinking, brother. Anyway. Oh, man. All right. So here's another. All right. Hold on. Before we dive into this, let's run our last sponsor ad, and then we can float the rest of this show off.
Lucas Landon Royals produces some truly high-caliber snakes. Kai has been breeding ball pythons for 6 seasons and counting. He's working toward multi-recessive combos such as DG Clown, Hypoclown Pied, Sunset Candy Pied, and DG Axanthic Pied. He's working with several other species of snakes, but next year he's going to start breeding boa imperators, and he also has a small group of super dwarf retics. So be on the lookout for some super dwarf cow retics. Become a royal at Lucas Landed Royals. If you want to use the best reptile record keeping and tracking software on the market today, scan the QR code or click our partnership link in the description down below for a free 30-day trial of Husbandry Pro. I promise you, you will not regret it.
Use code Warfel60, everybody, for the Husbandry Pro, and it'll get you 60 days free instead of 30 days free. Warfel60. Code is in the description. Link is in the description. Give it a shot, guys. Husbandry Pro saves me so much freaking time, and it is absolutely amazing. Plus, for instance, Matt, when I bought the pair from you, if you had a Husbandry Pro, you could have sent me all the records that you had on them to my Husbandry Pro. So I mean,
it's definitely the best way to do things, and you know, I'm evolving. You know, I'm ready to make the step and start logging my animals and like that, because it's definitely a better way to do things. I agree with it. You know,
I like it. I was very skeptical on it. I always said I'd never go away from pen and paper, and here I am partnered with them. So,
oh, big respect.
Chris from BNS says, MJ, thank you very much for the $3 super chat, bro. Jamie, all right, there's some TSK love. Jamie says, TSK, I got you, Jeremy. The VIP people are just jealous. I agree. I totally agree, because I don't know anybody that had any Axanthic line that has a specific breeder for it other than TSK. I mean, I don't think there's anybody that does solely VPI. JD's the only one that does solely an Axanthic thing. So,
yeah.
Patrick, what's up, bro? Thanks for tuning in. Chris says, Jamie, stop that. Now, I do want to, what are you seeing on your end with the market as far as everything that you're producing? Is things kind of slow? I'm trying, especially with the Axanthic stuff, I'm trying to figure out where to price some of it, because I don't, to me, it's got more value than what it seems people want to give it.
Oh, absolutely. For sure. You know, and what I've noticed is with the Axanthic Clown project, the Axanthic het clowns sell better than the clown het Axanthics.
Okay.
It's just what I've noticed. I still have quite a few female clown het Axanthic combos that they just haven't had any inquiries, and you know, that's fine with me. You know, they'll sell eventually, you know, but in the meantime, they're just getting big, and you know, I might just have to breed them.
So you might end up using them.
And you know, it's just something that I've noticed. But it's definitely my most popular is the Axanthic. The Axanthic, you know, that's, and some of the clowns, of course, you know.
Yeah. Now, do you think, because this is something that I've toyed around with, because if you look on Morph Market, the TSK stuff is always a little bit, maybe I'm going to say roughly maybe $100 more, maybe even more than that, than the VPI stuff.
Right.
And I've often wondered if if it was priced the same as the VPI, if people would still choose the VPI over the TSK, or if then they would say, well, because I think sometimes a lot of people don't see the reason to spend that extra $100 for the same animal when they could get it from the VPI. Plus, it's everybody goes VPI for some crazy reason.
Well, you know, there's more of them out there. There's more people working with it, you know, so it's more marketable. And I understand that, you know, I when I started doing this, I didn't even think about that. I wasn't in it, you know, I was in it because I liked this line. It was those cool animals that I'm seeing, you know, in Morph Market, You know, I didn't see JD snakes in VPI. You know what I mean? So that's why I went TSK. I didn't know anything about like marketability or like business aspect of ball pythons or any of that, you know. And I do not regret it one bit going my direction. I'm glad, I'm proud of them, you know, and you know, it's more of a streamlined line of axanthic, I guess. You know, because it's more exclusive, I guess. I don't know.
I look at it basically I went with it TSK for the same reason as you did. JD's snakes were what stood out to me. They spoke to me. It's like, to me, those were the best looking axanthics I have ever seen.
Right.
So why would I settle for something less than the best? So that's why I went with TSK. I think TSK does. I think the blacks look a little bit better, I think, than the VPIs. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's my color blindness, since everybody loves to give me a whole bunch of shit about my color blindness. But it does have its perks, everybody. Where I do see those different shade differences, and what you all might be seeing might not be what you think you're seeing. I might see it better. Damn it. But and I also looked at it as,
and you know, it's great. There's some great shit being done with VPI, you know. But just our personal preferences, you know.
Yep,
and that's good, you know.
I also look at it as like from the marketing aspect, though. There's more fish in the VPI pond.
Yes.
There's less fish in the TSK pond. So one, there's less competition, but it also allows you to maybe get ahead or go directions that nobody else is going, and allows you to get ahead on one project because other people might be going a totally different direction with their project. So it kind of gives you a little bit more freedom to find that niche, however you want to put it, to basically sit on top of the hill for a little bit.
Definitely. You know, you're more exclusive that way.
Yes.
And, you know, besides like Kabilka or Canova, you know, I haven't seen anybody do a VPI axanthic clown. You know, maybe there are people that have done it. I don't know. I really don't. But it's like, you know, it just came out of the blue. It was like, wow.
Yeah. No, do you mean the DG axanthic clown?
Yes.
Yeah. And so like that. He came out of that. I feel like just kind of like left field.
I know, it was like a surprise. Just like, like, well, you know, nobody's gotten. I've never seen a TSK DG.
No
clown.
I don't even know if. I mean, I would assume people are working towards it.
Oh yeah,
but I mean. Well, you're obviously working towards it, but I mean, it just, I don't think anyone's ever hit it. I think that's just.
And then like the Hypo, DG, TSK, you know, I haven't seen any True Ghost, VPI True Ghost, Desert Ghost. I don't think. I mean, maybe they have made it. I don't know. I'm not. It's just interesting. It's just interesting. Ways to go with it, but
I think that comes down to the whole thing, though. Too, I feel is everybody's chasing color, and nobody's thinking about taking that color away. And I think, like you were saying before, with like the axanthic and the hypo, a hypo, I feel just now all of a sudden came back roaring out of nowhere. And I think you're going to start seeing a lot more axanthic stuff, like especially after like the DG axanthic clown that Justin made and everything. I think you're going to see the axanthic starting to pick that traction up, just like the hypo did, as he starts throwing out more combos with it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the guy's been a trendsetter in the hobby, you know, and he's done well for a reason.
Yeah.
You know,
Chris says, don't say that name too many times. He may appear. Chris, that's an inside joke. It's an inside joke to something that went on this weekend. Oh, Chris. you need to be nice.
Your kind of thing.
What's that?
Speak of the devil and he shall appear kind of thing.
Yeah, something similar. Yeah, kind of along that line. Jared says, I like to see the quality of Axanthic line versus the clown line. So visual Axanthic is worth more than visual clown. That does make sense, though. That does make sense.
I get it. And, I had no idea, just producing, doing clown het TSK to TSK het clown. And so you get a bunch of clown het TSKs as well. You get just as much change. So, I've just noticed that they don't sell as well.
That they said it. And I wonder if it's also, just the Axanthic probably just grabs more attention in general too. You might be getting people that are getting the animal, they might not care about the breeding aspect of it.
For sure.
This weekend, I had a customer buy a pastel spot nose double head Axanthic clown. Freaking snake glowed like crazy. It almost looked like a DG sitting there. She was beautiful. Went to a pet owner. Person has no intention on breeding this thing.
That's great.
And it's just like, I'm sitting there. It's like, you have this badass animal, and she's like, you're not going to put her to any use. I sat there. I just kind of thought, it's like, you know what? It's like, sometimes the genetic aspect just doesn't matter, and people just want pretty freaking animals. And the thing is a pastel spot nose, without any of the double hets, would have been what, maybe $100, $200 female. In this market, the way it is, I don't even know where to price something like that in this market anymore.
Shipping's more than the animal.
Yeah, exactly. And I kind of felt bad because for what they paid. They didn't pay the price of just a plain pastel spot nose, obviously, but it's just they love the animal. They that's what they want. It's okay, hey, it's yours.
More power.
Yeah, I was happy to see it move. Of course I want to sell animals, but it just it sits back and makes you think sometimes. It's genetics are great, but sometimes it's just pretty. That's all you need is just pretty.
It out there that we don't think about as breeders, I think is what.
Yeah. We get tunnel vision a little bit, and we think one mindset, and we kind of, I don't want to say we forget about the big picture, but to an extent we kind of do.
Yeah. We're in snake rooms and we're thinking on what we're trying to produce and stuff like that. And
yeah.
At least I
well, see, and this is one thing where the balls, I get very focused on directions and stuff. And I think that's where the carpets allow me to kind of look at things from that pretty view, because I'm not worrying about morphs or anything. I'm looking about holding the best of the best back to make more of the best. Because, they're going to look basically the same as what mom and dad do. I'm not trying to hit double recesses or anything I'm just literally breeding pretty to make more pretty. For sure. And I think that's maybe why I enjoy the carpets so much. I enjoy the balls.
Oh yeah.
But the carpets, that man,
they're cool.
I could do a whole show on carpets.
I always loved boas. Just the regular boa constrictors. I love those, but they just get so big, and I would love to work with them, but I just don't have the room right now. But I love all the other species, and carpet pythons are beautiful.
Dude,
they're amazing. I don't even know too much about them personally, and the green tree pythons. That seems like an up and coming kind of thing.
Green trees. Lindsay, thank you very much, girl, for the super chat. Lindsay from Pico Pythons, thank you very much, girl. It's been a while since I've seen you in the chat too. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Good to see you. Dude, I will tell you this much. If you ever get the opportunity to either A, get an ivory carpet, or
Okay.
an ivory jungle carpet, or I just picked up what's called a gelatin carpet. Gelatins have that natural axanthic look to them normally. Sometimes they get a little bit more browny colored, but normally they have very black, white, gray. Like it's very axanthic looking. But the ivories, black and white, dude. You take those pretty jungle carpets that are black and yellow. The ivories are just black and white. It's like it is an axanthic person's like best snake in the world.
Anetheristic. Yeah. Okay.
Well, no, see that's the thing though. They're not. It's not even like a genetic that's causing it though.
Okay. Huh.
It's just like a line. Like they line bred it for the pale. Like they just kept breeding to make the whites, the yellows more pale until they hit white. And dude, they're jaw dropping, man. Like you need to Google it. Google them and gelatins after this is all done, and I think you'll find a size species that you're gonna want to dabble in next.
Oh yeah, I've had many of them before in my day. Stuck with the balls because they're like, I can put them in the racks. It's like, oh my gosh, they actually like this small space.
Yeah.
Get 6 feet maybe, and because I had boa constrictors at one point, and these babies were beasts. They were like 9 foot long, and they weighed like pounds. They were monsters, and they were like, they'd eat rabbits and stuff, and it was like they take a dump and like the whole house would stink. Yeah. I gave them away to my friends that bred boas back. This is way back in the day, and
okay.
And I'm sure they're still doing good. I haven't been in contact with those fools for a while, but I hope those girls are still doing good.
Dude, like, what's one species that like because you're only breeding the balls and the tarantulas, correct? That's it,
right?
Is there like another species you wanted that you would love to add, or that's a possibility to add that you want to add to breed?
The green trees.
Green trees?
Like the green tree pythons. There's just like, I'm just looking at them, just like they're just like emeralds or diamonds or rubies sitting on a branch.
Yep.
They're just amazing. I don't know. I've never had one before. I don't know.
They're fun, dude. I had one years ago as a Biak. And don't let anybody tell you can't hold them. You can hold them. I held mine all the time. She was fine during the day. At night, dude, you could not get within 5 foot of her enclosure, or she would start smacking the glass trying to get you. Like when it became night, the switch flipped and she went into bitch mode real quick. But dude, during the day, so freaking like that was another species. It was really fun to work with. I would love to get a Sauron sometime. Okay. So I don't know if you have do you have a special locality that you like in them, or just a green tree in general? You don't really care.
I would have to look into it.
Okay.
I've seen so many different really cool ones that, and it would be more of like on the hobby level. It wouldn't be necessarily so much on the breeding level. Maybe hognose too.
Dude, hog.
The little hognose snakes. Those are got a lot of personality.
Well, that, and then from the business aspect too, they seem like they're catching on real quick. Like, I think that might.
I've had those before too. Like,
okay,
just regular old Western hognose. They weren't any morphs or Arctics or condas or anything like that. They were just like regular old. And this is like, 25 years ago.
Yeah.
And they were just so cool. They're just little noodles, just and people like them. That's another thing. It's like, I like them, people like them. I can like do what I like, and people will like these, and I can sell them, and just the win-win, for everyone.
And see, I think like that's the one thing, like because I'm going through it right now with my collection. Like I'm doing the room expansion basically because of the carpets. I like having the balls as, I don't want to say the bread and butter of everything, because let's face it, I mean, balls are the most popular pet snake for a reason.
For sure.
But I like having another species, or even two species, or however many people want to have. I mean, Chris from S Reptilia, he's got about 10. But having those other species, one that keeps you more engaged, where you don't get bored or tired with it, and something where it just kind of keeps driving that passion. Like, I mean, the carpets for me is like I said, I love the balls, but man, the carpets, they've got me that freaking excited. I mean, anybody in my PA group chat knows, like the other night I went off the freaking deep end out of nowhere. I was like, you know what? I was like, we're doing this right now. I was like, I'm going to go from focus on balls. I'm splitting it 60-40 on the carpet side. And everybody's just kind of like, Jeremy's going off the deep end. Look out. But it just, like, I just hit this spell. Like I got the hatching these carpet babies. And I'm there. It's like, okay, with the balls, I can look at and be like, okay, you're a holdback, you're a holdback, you're a holdback, you're for sale.
Right.
With the carpets, I'm there looking at all of these babies. I'm like, I want to keep you all. And there's like 14 or 15 of them. It's like
bigger clutches. Oh.
The bigger clutches, but like they're so, everyone's so unique. And where I feel like the balls kind of get a little copy paste.
Yeah.
But the carpets are just so freaking unique that it sparked something in me that I don't know if it was just laying dormant or if it's just a matter of time for me to hit that point. But it's like, okay, maybe I need to, have the balls as like the bread and butter, but expand to other things that just really excite me, like the carpets. I want to add a green tree. I don't know if I want to breed green trees though. I hear they're a pain in the ass. I would like to have one as like that diamond piece though, like you said.
They're just breathtaking, to have one, or a pair or something like that. Give it a whirl.
Well, you work from home, right? Because you said you had Zoom calls or something.
Consulting and stuff. Most of my work is on the computer, but even though it's just on the internet, not on the computer, I should say.
Okay. So I mean, but see, that would be nice. So you can have a really nice display in your home office or wherever you're going to be doing your work from. You're going to have it there, and you can enjoy it all day long. Like that would be perfect.
Yeah. Well, the tarantulas really are they're pretty. They keep you on your toes.
Really?
They can. They can be very flighty. And there's nothing like chasing a large 7-inch Poecilotheria female through on the wall and stuff like that when she's like throwing her legs up and stuff like that. They could be pretty gnarly. But
see, I guess
usually they're pretty chill. But that adds a little something different to the game, with breeding animals. Sure, it's a whole different thing.
I think the spider thing, because I've noticed that's picking up too a lot.
Absolutely. And you got to, it's like I'd love to have them all. I'd love to have all the morphs too. With snakes, but I want to keep it manageable. With I don't want to go too OCD. And
now I hear
on one genus,
Yeah. Now Scotty here from Scooter Serpents, and I forgot about this, Scott. But Scott got mangroves, all right, but he got axanthic mangroves.
Mangrove snakes.
Yeah, and those things are badass looking, dude.
They are cool. They are really
I didn't know that they came in axanthic, but when I saw the pictures of his, I thought, all right, that's a damn cool snake.
They are. Oh, what's the rat snake? The Chinese rat snake. It's really cool. I forget its name. Sorry. It's
no, you're good.
I'm brain farting on that one, but they're cool. Never mind.
If you wanted to look it up, dude, go ahead. Like I'm kind of curious. Scott says king rat. Is it the king rat?
No, it's some kind of Chinese rat snake. It's like gray, yellow, and black.
Gray, yellow. I think I know what you're talking about.
They are cool, man.
I don't know what it's called though, but
rat snake. Let me see if I can look it up here. While I'm still on the phone.
No, dude, you're good. You're good, dude. You're good. Chris, yeah, you better watch your freaking drinking tonight, bro. You might have work tomorrow. And now you got to take another shot because I said your name, brother. So, haha. Is it the Mandarin rat snakes?
Yes.
Okay, Nathan got it then. Nathan threw it out there. Actually, no, I want to.
Sorry.
Oh no, I'm curious if it's.
Those are really cool. Those are really beautiful animals.
No, I'm curious if what I'm thinking of is what I'm thinking. Yes, all right, yeah. Here, in case anybody doesn't know what one looks like. That it?
Yeah.
That is badass looking.
Those are really cool.
I wonder how many people breed those or what that's even like.
So I recently I remember I told you I was going out of town. I went back to the Midwest to visit my parents, and we went to the St. Louis Zoo.
Okay.
Do a lot of like endangered viper breeding there, and there's some really cool vipers too.
Oh yeah.
Like you have to have all kinds of permits and stuff for venomous in California, but the rhino vipers and stuff like that, like gaboons, eyelash, those are just amazing, but it's a little too hot for me, too hot under the collar.
Dude, you need to come out here to PA and go to just a normal show.
I could imagine.
Like, I mean, you get we just had a show yesterday out at Hamburg. It's now Morgantown, but everybody calls it Hamburg still. Like you can walk down through the aisles. There's guys with cobras, rattlesnakes, gaboons, every color eyelash, with those little eyelash vipers that are teeny tiny, every color of them that you can think of on everything, man. And you could just have them. I don't think PA's so relaxed with that. I don't think you really need any permit or special training or anything.
I think that you can get them, but you just have to, pay.
No.
You have to pay to have them, the handout, everybody's got their handout out here. I love it though, it's home. So,
well, are you where are you at roughly in California?
I'm in extreme northern California in Eureka. It's
okay.
Like where the redwoods are and stuff like that, like Redwood National Park is.
Yeah.
Just a little south of the Oregon border.
Okay.
Hour and a half south of Oregon. So
now do you know where because I know Cusco's out there in California. Are you close to him, Brian Cusco?
I think Cusco is down, or he's got to be down south of the Bay Area.
Okay.
Probably 6 hours away. I'm thinking maybe. I really don't know where he lives, but I remember seeing his surroundings and stuff, and it looked like maybe middle California.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly. I don't know him. I've never really associated with him, but I'm sure he's a cool dude.
So I've talked with him several times, had him on the show a couple of times. So he's awesome guy, but
Yeah.
I know he always does a lot of stuff. His YouTube filming like outside,
Right.
and it's like that area that he's always in is just so beautiful. And like I've seen like the redwood forest and stuff. I mean, not in person, but like in movies and stuff. And it's just
For
like,
sure.
It's beautiful. It's cool looking. I can only imagine like getting to see it all the time, or at least half regular basis.
For sure. I mean, where I live, I got 2 acres of forest, and it's all like trees, really big trees, you know.
Okay.
So I came out here and just loved it. Just fell in love with this place.
I see. That's good though. All right. Keith says he's in I can't even freaking pronounce that.
Yeah, Alscadero. Okay. I think that's in San Luis Obispo. Yeah. Yeah, it's in San Luis Obispo County.
Okay. Yep. Keith said you were. Yeah. Lindsay says where you're at is more beautiful than where Cusco's at.
It's colder though. It's beautiful, but it's cooler here. Like in the summertime, it doesn't really get above 65 degrees.
Dude, that's all right. Now, what's your cold in the wintertime though?
Like it'll get down to like 40. Like it's
God, you're like a paradise, dude. The only thing that sucks is the state you're in.
Well,
everything else is a paradise. I love that. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, the Bay Area sucks. LA sucks. Sacramento sucks. But the mountains and the land and the area is beautiful.
I was gonna say that the temps you just described, and knowing the limited knowledge I have about that area, that sounds like the perfect freaking place to live. Like it's like pristine.
It's really rural though out here. There's like you got to be creative to make a living.
Okay.
There's just not a whole lot of economy because I live in Humboldt County, and it's a huge county, and there's only like 125,000 people in the whole county, and
wow, okay.
So, and it's like, I don't know, like relative to like most counties, but it's like 5 times bigger than like the Bay Area. It's huge. On the map, it's like it looks small, but it's huge. It's like mountains and trees, pretty much the whole country.
Dude, that sounds like paradise, my friend. That sounds like paradise.
I just couldn't I just had to stay here when I got out here.
I can see why. Man.
But now, it makes shipping expensive to the rest of the United States, and it's hard to do shows for me too. I have to drive like at least 5 hours to do a show, and I haven't really gotten into doing shows yet. But
okay, so that was gonna be my next thing. Is like, what's your show schedule look like and all that stuff?
I have no schedules yet. I've just been selling off Morph Market and Instagram and Facebook. And so far I've done well, considering, I'm just with how small my collection is.
Yeah. See, I think, but it's a smaller collection, but it's fitting that whole small but really freaking powerful. So, you can get away with the small, and you're still up there with the top dogs.
And I just got to, invest the money in getting displays and getting the setup done. There's some good shows down in the Bay Area. If I really wanted to, I could drive down to the, Orange County and do the super show down there.
Oh, okay.
Or up to like Portland, Hillsboro. There's a Hillsboro show up there. Oh,
he said Fresno show is this weekend.
yeah, and I was just down there like a couple months ago in Fresno.
Okay.
It's really, really beautiful down there. It's hot. But yeah, I just need to get some displays and my backdrop and tablecloths and stuff, and I'll be good to go.
Okay. Adam, what up, brother? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in tonight, bro. Well, when you need the backdrops and stuff, you let me know. I've got a guy that does outrageously fantastic freaking work.
Cool, man. I appreciate that.
So you just let me know, and he's one of the channel sponsors too. But like he does my shirts, he does my tablecloths. He's working on my banner now.
The thing I want to do is do.
What's that?
It's another thing that I'd like to do is some shirts.
Yes. Like he does, like I had him do what's called the screen printing thing. So like your logo like might be a little difficult for the screen printing. Maybe you'd have to talk to him on that. But like with my, how my logo is, it's very easy to do just one color. So it's simple and quick and easy for how he does the screen printing stuff. But like, I guess every layer is a different screen, or every color is a different screen, and every screen adds more cost to the shirts, because I was going to do a special edition shirt for my channel members. Until I found out how much one shirt was going to cost, I'm just like, yeah, let's not go that route.
Nobody can buy.
Yeah. Well, see, that was the thing, that it was going to be a perk for being that tier channel member. And when I got, nobody was that tier by that point. And when I got the estimate for what it was going to be per shirt, I'm like, yeah, no, we're going to get rid of that perk. We're going to change that around and make it just a normal shirt. Nathan, he sounds like a great guy. Nathan, that guy that does the screen printing is a great guy, and the backdrops and the banners and stuff. The only issue is I need my banner, bro. I need my banner
Today.
I need that design, my friend. But no, like, I sent him. Well, here I can. Let me pull up my photos here quick, because I mean, here this was from the show this weekend. You can see.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a cool.
Like, it's coming a little fuzzy with the camera, but like, I mean, the pictures look like the actual animals. There we go.
That's cool.
Like, super freaking high detailed, and the tablecloths are fitted for like an 8-foot table.
Oh.
So it just drapes. It fits right on there, just like a cookie cutter, man.
Is that like a standard size?
I think if you needed a different size, he could probably get it in any size, in all honesty. Nathan, you can even answer that now since you're here chatting it up. But I think 8 foot is probably the standard. Am I wrong with that, Nathan? Let's see if he Nathan's putting Chris in the back of the bus. Adam says 8 foot by 30 is pretty standard for tables. Okay. So I know normally for what the table size. Okay, yeah. Nate says that the 8 footers is the standard. So
okay. You usually put like 3 displays per table.
You can. I can run normally, like how I've been running was 2 displays and a tower.
Okay.
Now my next show, which will be at Gettysburg, I have 2. Okay, all right. He's all right. 4 foot, 6 foot, and 8 foot he can do, but 8 foot is the standard.
Okay.
But normally I do like 2 displays and the tower right now. Okay. For Gettysburg, I've got 2 tables. Right now, my issue is I'm waiting on ARS to get their different slots sized, like the displays. They've got the 5 slots in stock, but I need 2 slot and 3 slot displays at the moment, because I bought the 5. I bought everything I needed for the 5 and the 4 slots. Now I need some 3s and 2s. And the way they do it, they wait till they're basically out of stock, and then they get a huge order in. And I'm kind of at that point now, saying, all right, they either need to get their order in, or I need to make an emergency order and just order a bunch of the 5s, or at least one more set of 5, and go from there. But like, it would be nice. I mean, you could probably get away with 3 displays on an 8-foot. I mean, they're probably 2, 4. Yeah, you could do 3 displays, I think, on an 8-footer.
I'm just thinking logistics, like, because I've been to a few shows and just kind of getting the lay of the land kind of thing, and how do I do this?
Oh, dude, the show thing is addictive. I'm not gonna lie.
Believe it. Uh-huh.
It's like, I'm very much an introvert, as much as it may not seem. Doing this gets me out of my shell, and doing shows gets me out of my shell, and I freaking love it. Like, I just love getting to see people actually see the animals in person, because, like you said, especially with the axanthic stuff, it doesn't show up great on camera normally, and at least in person, the people get to see these animals and be like, okay, cameras don't do them justice.
Right.
Oh, let's see here. Well, dude, it is almost at that 2-hour mark. It does not seem like it. We've been going for 2 hours.
It's late out there. Side.
What's that?
I said it's starting to get late out there on the east side.
It is. It's like 10 o'clock already, man. Like, I looked at the time. I'm like, holy crap, it's 10 already? Like, good grief. I'm seeing yours. You're like out your window. It's like, it's all sunny out still. It's like, you lucky dog.
The fog's starting to come in.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I live about 2 miles from the ocean, so
shit, okay.
Fog starts rolling out, and it gets cold like really quick. Like, it'll be really nice, and then all of a sudden it's like in the middle of the summer, you need like a sweatshirt for sure.
Wow, see, that's crazy, dude.
It was a shock when I moved out here from the Midwest, because I'm originally from St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay.
And it was like, wow. Oh,
dude, everything you're describing, it sounds like heaven to me out there. Like, temps, it gets too damn hot here in PA.
Yeah, it's getting into summer, it gets above 90, and the humidity's like above 90 or whatever. That can be rough, and
yeah.
then the cold is what really bothers me about back.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like, I even have to go do snow removal and stuff. So when it's cold out, I'm still having to go out in it. Normally in wintertime, I get laid off, so I get like a 3-month vacation from work because I do construction.
Right on.
But I still have to go plow snow, and that sucks above all, because then you are literally out in the freezing cold. Machine's got heat, but a lot of times it makes too much heat, so you got to open up the windows, and you're never comfortable. You're either hot or you're cold. You're never in that middle ground.
Got the jumpsuit on.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, if something breaks, then you got to get out and you got to figure out what's going on, and yeah, it sucks, dude.
Oh, amen.
I'm not a cold person. I know some people love it. I think there's something wrong with them.
All due respect, I there's things that I miss about back east. There's for sure.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I would love to experience a world without high, like, and I guess I shouldn't complain about high temps, but I mean, it gets up into sometimes like mid to high 90s here.
Right.
And like you said, it's like 90% humidity in the summer. And it's like just god awful.
It's tropical.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it feels freaking tropical. Exactly. But dude, I greatly appreciate you joining me here tonight, Matthew.
Oh, it's a pleasure. I had a good time. I enjoyed raving and talking snakes and just the whole thing. I appreciate you having me on. for sure.
Dude, thank you very much for coming on. Again, thank you for the badass snakes, dude. Like, those two have just made me freaking thrilled.
Hope you get some amazing axanthic clown combos from them.
I will keep you posted, my friend. I will keep you posted.
Fat and sassy.
Oh, dude. Yeah, man. I'm excited. I can't wait to see that female on eggs. I just can't wait.
Oh. Her sister isn't as big. She was never as big as that one was. But
okay.
Still have her sister here. She might be going in the whole back rack.
Dude, I can't say as I would blame you for holding on to her. I cannot blame you on that one.
She was my first. They were my first set of twins. Yep. I remember.
That's neat. I've yet to hit a set of twins. I think that would be neat to do it.
That clutch was amazing, man. I got 12 eggs. I got 13 babies, and that was the six axanthic clowns that I got out of that clutch. It was
freaking dude. Like
that's
a lot of killing it with the odds, and then the twin. Yeah. Oh man, Keith wants to know when am I gonna make it out to Cali, dude? Man, I don't know if I'll ever get out to Cali. If I can make it out to Tinley, I think that's the bigger thing. If I can make it to Tinley or Daytona, I think that's a better chance of me getting to a show or out that way, away from PA. Would be those two options. Man, I don't know if I could get out to Cali. We'll see. I'm not gonna say it won't happen. You never know. I might get crazy one day and be like, you know what? We're gonna just. I mean, Cusco does it. He flies all over the country and goes to different states for shows and shit. So why couldn't I? We're gonna have to pick up that super chat rate, though. Everybody, just saying. I'm just playing, everybody. Just playing. But who knows, Keith? We might. You never know. I won't say no to it. We'll have to see what we can do. Charlie, what up, dude? Thanks for tuning in tonight, bro. Everybody, if you are a top tier channel member, you do get 10% discount from Charlie at Gray Rider Reptile. So think about joining that channel membership. Excuse me. Also, Husbandry Pro, click the affiliate link in the description down below. Use code Warfel60. That's in the description down below too, so you can't forget. Use it. Get that 60-day free trial. The link just gets you 30 days. The code gets you 60. Give it a shot, guys. This week's video, hopefully everybody that's on the wait list for the jungle carpets is still here. But video for the jungle carpets from Clutch, it's Clutch too, but the first clutch of jungle carpets will be Charlie says 30% off for the next couple of days, all tests, no codes needed. Awesome, dude. Damn, Charlie's setting it on fire. Holy crap. I didn't even know that.
Special deal.
Yeah, that's a hell of a freaking deal, man. That's like a fire sale. But that video for the carpets comes out this week, guys. That goes over every carpet from that clutch. Everything is numbered. All the sexes are determined. I will double check before things get sent out again. But I think I've triple checked by this point. So I think we're pretty solid on what's what. So watch that video, guys, because that video is your keys to make it so I don't have to send out 100 pictures of 14 freaking snakes, because I don't have time to take that many damn pictures. Plus, I won't be able to keep it straight as to who's what. So watch that video. Everything's numbered. Everything's sexed. Watch the video. And then just make notes of which ones you liked. So that way, when I get to you on the list, you can let me know which baby you would like to pick up. Chris says Charlie kicks ass. He does, man. And look, Kai's there lurking in the shadows as well, dude. Thanks for tuning in. Good to see you. And next week, guys, let me just double check here. Next week's live. Let me make sure I don't, because we all know next week we've got this lovely lady. Oh, wait. Chat's going crazy here. I lost you, Jennifer. We got Jennifer from High-Vis Pythons on next week. So that is going to be another fun live I'm looking forward to. So make sure you guys are here 8 p.m. as usual on Sunday. It'll be a blast because, wait, is next weekend Father's Day? next weekend is Father's Day. That's right. So it's even a Father's Day bash. Plus, I've got a clutch due that day as well. And I'm gonna screw with myself here a little bit shortly. Oh, also this week, I do want to make this announcement as well. This week on the 14th, I will be doing Husbandry Pros live on their channel Friday. I think it's 8:30 on the Husbandry Pro YouTube channel. I'm running their live that night for going over using I think it's the rack view and stuff on Husbandry Pro. So if anybody would like to tune in, see that, maybe, you know, entice you a little bit to try out Husbandry Pro, go ahead and watch that. Be doing live Q&A on it, so it'll be fun. So make sure you guys do tune into that. I'm gonna be running ragged this week, folks. Running ragged. Tell you what. But Matthew, dude, again, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I do appreciate it.
That was fun.
Keith says, Chris, 10 times drink up. Chris, you got to do it too, bro. You're gonna be drunk as a skunk. But anyway, again, dude, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Everybody, thank you so much for all the super chats. What was that? Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was glad to be here tonight.
Dude, we do need to do this again because I'm anxious to see how you do an end of the season thing or something and see how you
just never know the way it's going to turn out.
Yep.
Literally the dice rolls, you know.
Exactly. And that's what's fun about it, though. That's what's fun about it.
You're coming back for every time.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Everybody seems like they had loved the show tonight. Everybody, thank you so much for all the love and support. I do appreciate it. And we will catch you next time here next Sunday with Jennifer from High Vis Pythons. And make sure you guys check out that video. Don't forget to check out that baby carpet video, guys. Watch it. Hit that like button, because you know what? I've noticed people watch the shit out of some of these videos. And for some reason, you guys never hit the like button. I don't get it. Hit the like. Hit the like on this one, please, before you leave. Make sure that like button's hit. Again, thank you again, Matthew. Greatly appreciate it. And I will catch you guys next week. Later.
Good night.